These are the 10 December deal secrets Harbor Freight never wanted you to find out. The truth is, Harbor Freight turns December into a silent battlefield of hidden markdowns, inventory purges, and price codes designed to reward those who can read them. And most people stroll in blindly, convinced everything is already cheap, never realizing they're paying more than the insiders standing right beside them. But today, every one of those secrets becomes yours, and Harbor Freight's quiet December game finally stops working against you. Once you hear deal secret number 1, you will never shop Harbor Freight in December the same way again. Deal 10, the hidden price code system. Here's the first December deal. Secret Harbor Freight hopes you stay too distracted to notice. Their price tags quietly speak a language most shoppers never learn. In December, Harbor Freight uses tiny numbers at the end of their prices and subtle color markings on tags to signal what is about to happen next. That's right, before the markdown happens, the tag already reveals whether that tool is scheduled for another drop or whether you're looking at the lowest price it will ever hit. But almost nobody sees it. People stare at the big bold price and ignore the microscopic codes that decide their fate. They walk right past tool carts, welders, and compressors that are on the verge of their final December clearance cut. And they buy items that were never going to drop another dime. They trust the tag like it's gospel, when in reality, Harbor Freight uses those numbers and color bars as a silent signal system during the December inventory purge. The endings matter. Prices that finish with certain digits mean this will go lower if you wait. Others mean the next move is full clearance. Buy now. And those faint color strips on the tags, they're not decoration, they're traffic lights guiding December discounts. Most shoppers never look closely enough. That's the trap, because Harbor Freight wants you to wander through December with your guard down, confident that whatever the tag says is all there is. Meanwhile, the insiders know which items to stock, which ones to grab immediately, and which are about to drop before month end. So if you ever see a price ending in those still-to-fall digits, you know that tool is 3 steps away from its December clearance. Wait, watch, strike when the tag flips. But when you spot one of the final digit codes, the ones that mark an item as fully bottomed out, that is your signal. That means Harbor Freight has reached rock bottom on that SKU, and the next move is disappearance, not discount. That is when you buy fast. From this moment on, the tag is no longer a number, it's a map, and December is when that map is most honest. Because once you know how to read the tags, you're ready for the secret Harbor Freight works hardest to bury, the exact day December markdowns quietly happen. Deal 9, the secret markdown day. Every Harbor Freight store has a specific weekday when markdowns quietly activate during December, and almost no one outside the staff ever figures it out. It doesn't come with signs. There is no announcement. You will never see a corporate email about it. But every week, like clockwork, prices silently drop on select tools. And if you aren't in the store on that exact day, you will miss the best December deals they offer. December forces Harbor Freight to clear space fast. Inventory has to be reduced before the new year, and corporate controls those markdowns through scheduled waves. The change is invisible to normal shoppers because the store still looks the same. The shelves look untouched. Nothing feels different, but the moment the system pushes its update, certain tools go from pretty good price to unbelievable steal in a single day. And the heartbreaking part? Someone usually gets there before you do. That is why aisle shelves suddenly look picked over, why one lonely floor jack remains when there were 10 yesterday, why a tool cabinet that sat for months suddenly vanishes 2 weeks before New Year. It's because those price drops don't trickle in slowly, they arrive all at once. And the shoppers who know the pattern show up early, buy immediately, and leave nothing but empty spaces behind. You can spot the pattern if you pay attention. Visit the same store once a week during December at the same time of day, and focus on the high-value items: cabinets, hydraulic jacks, welders, shop presses, compressor systems. When you notice those prices shift on the same weekday 2 weeks in a row, you've found it. Some stores do it on Tuesday, others lock in Wednesday mornings. A few even do it right before the weekend to clear out heavy shipments. Once you notice the cadence, you're holding the most important timing advantage possible. Because when the markdown day rolls around, you see the price drops before anyone else. And during December, that timing can be worth hundreds of dollars on a single purchase. Most people don't even know there is a rhythm. They show up whenever it's convenient. They walk through aisles that were marked down yesterday. They see the leftovers, assume that's all Harbor Freight offered, and leave with the belief that December deals aren't as good as the legends claim. But insiders know the truth. December deals don't just happen, they're scheduled. And the shoppers who learn the store's weekday of price changes become the predators in a room full of prey. And once you know when the markdowns hit, you're ready for the next secret, the one that explains which products get hit the hardest when December discounts activate. Deal 8, the December model replacement discounts. December is Harbor Freight's quiet graveyard for tool models that are about to be replaced. It doesn't look like a clearance sale, and they never call attention to it. But this is the month when older versions of tools get buried to make room for fresh SKUs coming in January. They'll change something tiny, a different handle color, a reorganized drawer layout, a revised model number, and that tiny tweak becomes the excuse to unload the older stock at prices that feel unreal. And here's the part that stings. The old and new versions are often nearly identical. The performance is the same, the specs are the same, the power rating, the capacity, the durability, untouched. But Harbor Freight knows psychology. When customers see a new model number rolling in next year, the old one instantly looks dated, even though the guts are literally the same. So December becomes the silent liquidation phase. Instead of broadcasting a clearance, they just reduce the price until the last units disappear, all without ever admitting why it happened. If you've ever watched a tool that sat at the same price for 8 months suddenly dip right before New Year, that wasn't generosity. It was a model sunset. Welders, hydraulic jacks, compressors, shop presses, and especially the big US general storage units are famous for this cycle. They start fading into the back bays. They quietly get shifted away from displays. The store stops restocking them. And then, whether you notice or not, the price slips down just enough that the informed shopper recognizes what's happening. And once you know the signs, you never miss this window again. The moment you see a product with a new version teased, or the shelf quantity thinning with no replenishment, or a model number that suddenly isn't printed on fresh boxes anymore, you've found a December target. Instead of paying full price on the newer version in January, insiders snag the old version at a fraction of the cost, knowing the differences are cosmetic at best. Harbor Freight never puts up a banner saying the model swap has begun. They don't mark the discount as last call. They just quietly purge inventory before the calendar resets and hope no one connects the dots. But you just did. And if you think that's subtle, wait until you learn the next secret, where the price drops exist only at the register, never on the shelf. Deal 7. Hidden price cuts at the register. There's a quiet December phenomenon at Harbor Freight that most shoppers never discover, and it feels almost like cheating once you know it. Some of the deepest price drops never show up on the shelf at all. They only reveal themselves when the item is scanned at the register. The tag might still show the old number. The aisle label might be untouched. The product might look full price in every possible way, but the moment it hits the scanner during December, the real markdown suddenly appears on the screen. And Harbor Freight will not tell you about this. Employees know it happens, but they don't advertise it. Most shoppers have no reason to even suspect it. They see a price that looks decent, assume that's the deal, and never realize they just missed an additional discount that's been quietly active in the system for days. Why does this happen? Because December is when corporate systems update faster than the stores can change physical labels. A price might drop late at night, after closing, automatically pushed from headquarters. But the tags on the aisles, the stickers on the box, even the little plastic label strips, none of those are updated immediately. And before anyone can change them, an insider snags the tool and walks out, saving far more than what was printed. Every December, people unknowingly pay more than they should, simply because they never asked a cashier to scan the item first. The trick is simple and powerful. When you're curious about a price in December, especially on bigger items, ask for a scan. Not because you're skeptical, not because you're trying to haggle, but because you understand what most shoppers don't, that Harbor Freight's real markdowns often exist only in the register system first, and the shelves catch up later. And the more expensive the item, the more often that hidden discount occurs. Tool cabinets, welders, compressors, lifts, Battery systems, those are the prime suspects. It's one of the most satisfying December moments you'll ever experience. The cashier scans an item you thought was full price, and suddenly the number drops lower than you imagined. That's the thrill insiders get, and Harbor Freight counts on the rest of the world never realizing it's possible. So now you know, never accept the tag as the truth in December. Let the scanner reveal the real price. Because once you understand that the shelf isn't honest during December, you're ready for the next secret, the transformation of Harbor Freight's coupons that most people still haven't noticed. Deal 6. Why December coupon deals are stronger than ever. For years, Harbor Freight shoppers worshipped the 20% off coupon like it was the holy scripture of savings. And when those coupons quietly disappeared, most people assumed that Harbor Freight's best deals died with them. But that assumption is exactly what Harbor Freight wanted you to believe. Because the real truth is much more interesting. December discounts didn't shrink when the 20% coupon vanished. They evolved. Instead of broad, predictable savings that everyone could use, Harbor Freight shifted to targeted December deals designed to push very specific categories. And when December arrives, those targeted deals become even sharper, deeper, and more aggressive than the old coupons ever were. Shop organization, welding equipment, storage solutions, high-ticket shop tools. The offers in December slash prices beyond anything that 20% coupon could have touched. And here's what most shoppers completely miss: the timing pattern. Early December is where you see deals on work gear and everyday tools. Mid-December brings a surge of shop organization markdowns. Cabinets, carts, and storage systems that almost never drop this low any other month. And the final week before New Year is the blowout phase, when Harbor Freight clears out whatever is still sitting. Those are the discounts that feel almost unreal, and the ones Harbor Freight hopes only a tiny portion of buyers ever catch. If you've been waiting for the legendary return of the old 20% coupon, you're living in the past. The better deals are already here, and they're December only. And since you're clearly someone who cares about saving smarter instead of shopping blind, take 2 seconds right now to hit like and subscribe. It tells me you want more insider secrets like this, and it helps this kind of information reach the people who are still overpaying. And trust me, Harbor Freight would rather this knowledge stay buried. Because once you see how these December offers actually beat the old coupon system, you can never unsee it. And Harbor Freight loses one more uninformed buyer wandering through their aisles. But here's the twist they really don't want you examining. Everything you just learned about coupons is tiny compared to what happens with their Inside Track membership during December. The one time of year it actually becomes a weapon instead of a scam. And that's exactly where we're headed next. Deal 5. Inside Track membership pays only in December. Most of the year, Harbor Freight's Inside Track membership feels like a trick. The discounts are small, the price differences are shallow, and unless you shop constantly, it rarely pays for itself. And that's exactly why people dismiss it. They look at the membership, shrug, and walk away, believing they're too smart to fall for it. But December changes everything. This is the single month when Harbor Freight uses Inside Track as a pressure valve to unload the most expensive gear before the annual reset. While the public sees modest deals, Inside Track members get the hidden, unadvertised price collapses on heavy shop equipment that Harbor Freight cannot afford to carry into the new year. Tool cabinets drop harder. Welders take deeper cuts. Large pneumatic tools, shop presses, high-capacity jacks, all of them slide to price levels that never return in January. And that is the real trap. Harbor Freight lets the membership look pointless 11 months out of the year just to camouflage the fact that December is where it becomes lethal. If you only activate it for that 1 month, or time your biggest purchases to land inside that window, you suddenly access discounts that regular shoppers never see. The math flips. Instead of wondering whether Inside Track pays for itself, the question becomes, how much money do you lose by not using it during December? Because every year, Harbor Freight quietly funnels the steepest markdowns of large, slow-moving inventory through Inside Track listings first. It's how they empty space. It's how they hide the liquidation. It's how they reset stock without broadcasting any loss of value. And as those deals surface only for members, the people who remain on the outside walk right past the cabinets and compressors that insiders are scooping up for shockingly low prices. Harbor Freight knows most buyers never bother checking inside track in December. They assume the discounts are identical to what they've seen before. They assume the perks are exaggerated. They assume the membership is filler. And that blind spot is exactly what December insiders exploit. Because when the prices on big-ticket items quietly collapse into inside track listings, the smartest shoppers make their moves. They know those deals disappear the moment January arrives. And they know Harbor Freight would never advertise that December is the only month when that membership truly matters. And after hearing this, you'll never look at inside track the same way again, because the next secret takes that same idea even further and exposes how Harbor Freight's own website can undercut their store pricing before anyone even notices. Deal 4. The online price match trick. There's a December loophole so simple, so obvious, that people almost can't believe Harbor Freight quietly allows it. If the price online is lower than the price in the store, you can often get the store to match it. And in December, this happens more than any other time of year, because the website updates prices faster than physical stores. Just like the hidden register discounts, Harbor Freight will quietly drop prices online as part of their end-of-year purge, long before store employees ever update a shelf label. That creates a gap, and insiders capitalize on it. You might be standing in front of a tool cabinet priced at one number, while the online listing is lower by $20, $40, sometimes even over $100. To the average shopper, that difference is invisible. They have no reason to check the website. They assume that if a store price changes, the store would obviously reflect it. But December is chaotic on the back end. Systems update, inventories shift, SKUs get pre-retirement pricing, and online listings often show the true markdown first. One screenshot is all it takes. Show the cashier the lower online price, and in many cases, the store matches it without any argument. If the cashier hesitates, politely ask for a manager, because managers are the ones facing January inventory pressure. And store-level leadership knows that moving product before New Year matters more than squeezing a few extra dollars out of a single sale. They would rather move that cabinet or welder today than explain, during January audits, why they're still staring at one sitting on the floor. Most people never try it. They buy in-store, never realizing they could have gotten a better price right in the moment. And Harbor Freight counts on that silence, because the less you check online during December, the more you pay. Every time. But now you know better. Before buying anything big in December, check the online e-listing. If it's lower, screenshot it, bring it up to the counter, and ask. You don't need to demand. You don't need to negotiate. You just need the truth on your phone. When that price lights up lower, the advantage instantly becomes yours. And nothing feels better than watching a manager approve a quiet December price match that Harbor Freight never intended you to find. But even that doesn't compare to the next secret, where managers themselves can unlock deals nobody else on earth ever sees. Deal 3. Ask managers for December-only discounts. There's a December secret most shoppers never even consider. Harbor Freight managers can approve discounts that don't exist on any shelf, coupon, or website. And December is when they're most willing to use that power. When bulky items linger past New Year, they become a liability. Floor space matters, inventory audits matter, and the pressure to clear oversized tools before January hits is very real. That's why December is the month when floor models, dented boxes, last of stock units, and discontinued versions suddenly become negotiable. A simple question: is this the lowest December price you can do? Can trigger hidden reductions that no one else ever sees. Not because you're demanding a deal, but because the manager understands what you now know. Removing large items before the annual reset is worth more than squeezing extra dollars from a single sale. Most people never ask. They assume managers are powerless and prices are final. But insiders know better. They spot the items Harbor Freight wants gone before January and unlock deals that vanish the moment the calendar flips. And once you see how flexible December pricing can really be, the next secret blows it wide open, because the biggest discounts of the month aren't written as discounts at all. Deal 2. The December bundle deals. Most shoppers walk right past Harbor Freight's December bundles, assuming they're just upsell bait. But insiders know those bundles are actually the disguise for some of the biggest price drops of the entire year. Instead of lowering the cost of a premium tool outright, Harbor Freight hides the discount inside the combo, and in December, that combined price often beats any traditional coupon. Buy a cabinet with its accessories, pair a welder with gear, match a tool system with batteries, and suddenly, the bundle cost lands far below what either item would sell for alone. These aren't add-on gimmicks. They're end-of-year clearance tactics, designed to move heavy, expensive items before January resets inventory. So when December bundles show up around big-ticket equipment, look closely. That's where Harbor Freight buries deals they don't want advertised. And once you understand that, you're ready for the final December secret, the one that explains why every single discount collapses the moment the calendar flips. Deal 1. The January price reset. Every December deal Harbor Freight offers is tied to one simple truth they hope you never think about. January resets everything. When the new year begins, prices jump back up, discontinued models vanish, clearance evaporates, and all those quiet December discounts are gone, as if they never existed. The items that looked plentiful in November suddenly become liabilities in January, which is why Harbor Freight will sacrifice margin all month long just to get them out the door before the clock runs out. And here's the part most shoppers never see. Once January lands, the deals are over. Those floor jacks that dipped beneath your expectations, those cabinets that suddenly became shockingly affordable, those compressors that seemed too cheap to be real. In January, they return to full value, replaced with revised models and higher tags. That's why Harbor Freight never trumpets December as their real clearance event. If they did, everyone would wait for this window, and the inventory wouldn't move fast enough to avoid the New Year audit. But you're no longer operating on Harbor Freight's timeline. You know why the price endings matter. You've learned the markdown day. You understand model retirements. You won't ignore register surprises. You can see through the coupon shift. You get why Inside Track flips in December only. You know how online prices beat store tags. You've discovered manager flexibility. You've unlocked bundle math. And now you've seen why January wipes it all clean. Once you understand the reset, December stops feeling like holiday shopping and starts looking like a hidden liquidation season built for people sharp enough to decode it. Harbor Freight never wanted these secrets in your hands, but now they're yours. So here's the twist that completes the story. December isn't just the best time to shop Harbor Freight. It's the only month where the store stops protecting its prices and starts running scared of the calendar. The people who know that walk out with tools at prices the rest of the world never even sees. Use these secrets. Hunt the drops, time your visits, and never walk into Harbor Freight in December as an ordinary shopper again. And if you want more hidden strategies like this, tools that big companies hope you never learn, make sure you like this video, subscribe, and stay sharp. Because you're not just watching anymore, you're part of the insiders now.